Today we have Joah Spearman, who's the CEO of Local Law. Tell us, Joah, more about Local Law.
Yeah. Well, we use the words experience local. And what that means to us is that when people travel, when they visit new cities, they don't want to do what tourists do. They want to do the local thing. They want to know where's the cool coffee shop, where's the cool restaurant or the bar or the shop. And the people that have that information are locals. And so what we've done is we've built a community of people who live in each city, and they recommend the places that they actually go and eat and drink and shop and play and etc. All those things. So instead of it being like a travel writer flying in to say, oh, go to these places, it's actual words from locals.
Wow, that's great. Local Law was just announced to be the best new startup in Austin by Austin Monthly Magazine.
Yeah.
Wow, what an honor. I mean,
Yeah.
Austin is the 5th most entrepreneurial city in the country, and
Yeah.
you're the number one.
Well, I mean, we launched last year during South by Southwest, and so this is our 1-year anniversary. And one of the things that I think has been so powerful for us is that Austin is traditionally more of a software or a B2B driven tech market, and Local is 100% consumer. And so I think that there's a lot of, I would almost say, pent-up demand for a really cool, edgy consumer startup in Austin. Because people are used to hearing about the Facebooks or the Twitters in San Francisco, or maybe the Foursquares, or those in New York. But Austin hasn't really had too many of those kind of edgy consumer startups since maybe even when Dell was around. And so I think that that's a lot of what people are gravitating towards, which I love.
Great, edgy consumer startups. Well, you are also an undergraduate from the University of Texas, correct?
Yeah, I graduated in 2005, actually in the College of Communications with the opportunity to do the Business Foundations program as well.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
And this session has been sponsored by the Herb Kelleher Center for Entrepreneurship. And I further understand you interned at Southwest Airlines
I did.
And got to meet.
I did. I interned in their headquarters in Dallas during my junior year of college, and I was in the PR department, so a lot of the work that I did related to media and interviews, so I was able to meet Herb Kelleher a couple of times. Colleen Barrett was the president then as well. So it was really good. I really like getting that executive exposure, and especially with someone like Mr. Kelleher, who's a very well-known founder, obviously not in technology, but I think that his business has always been about innovation. I think a lot of what Southwest Airlines did to the airline industry overall was really innovating things like the electronic ticket and things of that nature. So yeah, I really appreciated having the chance to work around him and meet him.
Well, what a great entrepreneur he is. You probably got to have some phenomenal experiences learning from what he did. Different industries, different...
Yeah. Actually, it's interesting because now I have a travel startup, and so a lot of that experience that I got from Southwest Airlines is really relevant now. One of the perks of the internship was that you had free flights. And so you had to fly standby, but it was free flights. And so here I am, a college kid, and every weekend during my internship, I would fly to some new city. And so that's 10 years ago, and I was really starting the foundation of building the company that we've built, because I would fly to Nashville or St. Louis, and I would say, where are the cool local places? And so here I am, fast forward 10 years later, and I'm starting this business that speaks back to that experience then.
I also understand that you actually helped start the fashion section of South by Southwest.
Yeah, it started out as I had a sneaker boutique in downtown Austin, and that got really popular in 2009-10, and I was able to meet Brent Grolke, who passed away last year, but he was one of the founders of South by Southwest. He was the creative director, and I mentioned to him, hey, why South by Southwest has has music, has film, has technology. Seems like you should do a style segment as well. And so we worked on a deal together, and we created an event called Style By that we hosted in 2011 and 12. And it really just has opened up a new opportunity for South by Southwest to invite more fashion brands, especially in technology. There's a lot of fashion tech startups these days, whether it's Etsy or even companies like Birchbox that are rooted more in like the fashion lifestyle scene. So really it was just about opening that up and opening up that opportunity for that to introduce itself to South by Southwest.
You have those experiences that you can then find a need in the marketplace, Local Law, and solve that need.
Exactly, and we really feel like, the best startups are the ones that address real need, right, and real pain. And I think that everyone can agree that when they travel somewhere, what they're looking for are recommendations from people they trust, whether it's friends that live there or family members that have been there, things like that, right? But what they're left with is reviews. Usually it's, Yelp reviews or TripAdvisor reviews. And reviews are really about what already happened, and recommendations are about what's going to happen. So we're only focused on recommendations, which is...
So tell us, using your vernacular, tell us the recommendations for local oil. What's going to happen in the next year at local oil?
Yeah, well, right now we're in 5 cities. So we're in Austin, Houston, San Francisco, LA, and New York. So we're really planning to expand. We're going to hopefully launch about 15 cities this year. We just announced yesterday that we're launching Dallas next. So expansion into more markets, definitely. We introduced our iPhone app 2 months ago, which has already been named one of the best new iPhone apps of the year by a couple of different publications. And then we want to launch our Android app later on this year as well. So really it's just about getting more reach and just scaling. Right now we're a 2-man team. It's myself, I'm the CEO, and then Chase, my business partner, runs all the product. And so we're really in a position where we want to build our team, and we're probably going to do a larger kind of funding round and do that.
And you're going to start that funding round shortly?
Yeah. So far, to this point, we've raised about $600,000 from angel investors, locally primarily, and now we're starting to talk with VCs out of Austin, San Francisco, Boston, New York, et cetera. So hopefully in the next 100 days or so, we'll make that happen.
Well, watch out for local oil. It's coming to your city soon.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.